What is going on, guys? Gemma here and back again for that midweek gaming video, and today we're going to be taking a look at my full Sega Saturn collection. I would urge you though after to go and take a full look at this games room, or what I like to call my lady lounge, and just see the other games that are in here, because there's an absolute ton of games. There's over 2,500 in here, and unfortunately some are boxed away, which is a bit of a crap kicker. But nonetheless, it is some time for some Sega goodness. We're going to be doing this slightly different. We're getting up close and personal with each title, so I would ask that you guys help me out, and as my supporters, watch this entire video the whole way through, leave a like, give it a share, and thump that subscribe button, and let's grow together. I love you guys. Let's get into it, and then we'll come back and conclude. Let's go. So here we are, we're kicking off with Dark Savior, released in 1996. I believe this game spent around 2 years in development, and it is kind of a mashup, fighting, lots of cool puzzles within an isometric format. So go and check it out if you haven't done so already. We got a tasty horror game here. D was also released on the PlayStation 1 and I own on both platforms. And if there's anything you guys see, let me know in the comment section below. And also I want you to rate this collection. Is it decent? Is it crap? I mean, the Saturn isn't my go-to console, though I have started to appreciate it much more as I've gotten that little bit older. I mean, like I said in the introduction, the PlayStation 1 completely eclipsed this remarkable console. Don't get me wrong, the Saturn isn't without flaws. I absolutely despised changing the battery back in the day, but nonetheless, it really homes true, and it homes loyal to my nostalgia now, and I love playing it. So we got some Street Fighter the movie. Terrible film. The game itself isn't that great either, but nonetheless, I feel that it's kind of one of those games that you see at gaming markets and you just know you have to have it. Maybe it's because Van Damme is just so awesome, or the Street Fighter brand is just so kick-ass. I don't know. Let me know in the comment section below if you're a fan of it. I don't want to offend you. It's just not the best game out there. Fighters Megamix is a really kick-ass game with a mashup of characters from various Sega games, and I believe there were some additional sounds from different races. I want to say Sega Rally, but I could be wrong. You may know that a little bit more about it than I do. We got Doom here, and in the last shot you saw Casper, which, if you're a fan of your puzzle games, and I've spoke about this on many occasions, Casper may be a game that you really would like to check out. It's also available on the PlayStation 1, and it's one of my, in my opinion, one of my hidden gems of the PlayStation 1. Now, if you tuned in to a podcast I did with a New Games Plus podcast, I talked about that game, and they played it and they reviewed it, and it is on my channel, so go and check it out. It's about an hour long, and we just talk about that game, and it was just a ton of fun. Let me know in the comment section below if you've played it, if you like it, or if you hate it. Oh, shaky camera work and sports titles. How insignificant you are in my collection. Actually, telling a lie there. FIFA 96 is not a bad game, but it is not as good or as addictive as Alien Trilogy. Now, this game used to make me so sick back in the day, I just couldn't play it. It was really dark, I got motion sickness. Fortunately now I am able to play it without any hassle. Again, it's a staple title, I think, whether you've got a PS1 or a Sega Saturn. Very common, very easy to pick up, and very cheap as well. Daytona and Sega Rally, beautiful arcade races. Sega Rally for me, just pipping Daytona to the post, excuse the pun, in terms of its arcade vibe. It's one of those machines that I always look for when I go into an arcade. I love having competitions with my friend, myself and Andy and Jess. Andy is my friend in Morecambe that owns Lee's Games. We play the crap out of that when I go up and see him, and I haven't been up to see him for quite some time, but it is so much fun. Now, in the last shot just there, Die Hard Trilogy, 3 games in one, the Nakatomi Plaza. Now come on, what an amazing campaign the Nakatomi Plaza was. It was literally, you just kind of go up floor by floor, fighting off terrorists, collecting loads of ammunition, you know, beating every baddie on the floor, then moving to the next. I mean, it's a classic formula, win-win for me. We got Lemmings here, Bust a Move 2. Some kind of nice strategy puzzle based games. Sorry for what's going on with my damn camera work, Gemma. Get a grip, girl. Virtual Hide Light is a game that I showed on a pickups not too long ago, and you guys said it isn't that great, Gemma. Don't get too excited about it, but whatever, it's in the collection, so that is why I'm showing it. Just before we transport back to the games room, cool spot here. I think I paid £1 for this because you may not be able to see it, but the case is completely flat. That's right, Sega Saturn cases here in PAL regions are shockingly bad, notorious for falling apart very quickly. Look at my professional camera work. Leave a like if you respect the grinds. Now, that is all of my Sega Saturn games. Rate my collection, let me know. We're going to jump back to the games room and conclude. Wicked stuff, gamers. I want to hear from you now. This is where you get involved and smash your recommendations and tell me what some of your favourite Sega Saturn games are. It is definitely, for me, an underrated console. I think it was definitely eclipsed by the PlayStation 1. It certainly didn't get the marketing campaign that the PlayStation 1 got, but nonetheless, we can all appreciate it now here in 2019. Thank you very much for watching. If there's any other videos you would like to see, leave a comment or just chuck us a tweet or Facebook or whatever you guys want to do. Thank you. I'm going to leave it there. I'm going to catch you in Friday's video. My name is Gemma. Take care. See you soon.